This is it. The big day has finally arrived. Welcome everyone to Monday Night Raw! This is Raw 25! And it's tonight, and I got a lot to say about it. What is going on, guys? This is HDX here, and today is Monday. I hate Mondays, but I'm looking forward to Raw 25! Yes, the very milestone for the longest reigning television show in all of history of television. Yeah, I said television the same twice, but you get the idea here. I am so going to look forward to this one on a Monday night to see what is going to happen. Yes, indeed. Raw 25 is going to take place on the very city where it started it all. New York City. That's going to take place in two venues, both the Manhattan Center, which started it all, and at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. And I heard that there's so many legends are going to be there on this very night tonight, both at the Barclays Center and at the Manhattan Center, respectively. And I'm going to give you a bit of a retrospect for me when I first experienced Monday Night Raw. The first time I've watched Monday Night Raw, believe it or not, was back in 1997. I was 5 years old when it was Raw is War! Yes, that era of Monday Night Raw, when you hear that theme song, they go... I mean, that was so exciting. It was a very exciting time for me, and I was at the right moment. I mean, at the right moment, not only for me to watch it, but to experience it. I mean, that was when the Attitude Era was blazing hot. I mean, just to compete in Monday Night Nitro during the Monday Night Wars. I mean, that was a great time when Bret the Hitman Hart turned heel and became anti-American. Stone Cold Steve Austin was pulling off. I mean, he was blazing hot there at the time. Where Rocky Maivia became The Rock ever since that very promo where he said, it's not about my color of my skin, it's about respect. Because they were not feeling the Rocky Maivia shtick. Oh, and what about where D-Generation X was blowing up like it was going out of style? I mean, not the 2006 DX, I mean, that was bullshit. The 1998 D-Generation X, were they planning to invade Monday Nitro in WCW at the Scope in Norfolk, Virginia with combat vehicles and with a tank and saying, hey, where you guys WCW wrestling? Where you at? Or that part where Steve Austin was face to face with Mike Tyson and they had a big ass brawl that just got everybody nuts here. That got everybody nuts, including myself. I can also remember The Undertaker when he was in his Ministry of Darkness shtick. I mean, that was my favorite era of The Undertaker, not gonna lie. Also, the Big Red Machine Kane, I mean, back when he was awesome and badass, the Brothers of Destruction. I could also remember that very moment where Mankind wins the WWE Championship on January the 4th, 1999. Interestingly enough, that was the same night where Monday Nitro have jumped the shark with the infamous finger poke of doom. That night where Tony Schiavone said that, that Mankind, Mick Foley that used to be Cactus Jack here, is going to win their world title. Huh, that'll put their butts in the seats. And rightfully so. I mean, it got the ratings increased while Monday Nitro have lost their groove. I mean, they've lost their groove because the finger poke of doom and then where the part where he put their butts in the seats. I mean, that was that very moment where Monday Nitro jumped the shark. And WCW altogether. In retrospect, it kind of bummed me out on what happened in WCW, but I digress. I mean, Raw is War, the Attitude Era. I mean, that was a really fun time for me to be a wrestling fan, even at a younger age, considering that, I mean, it was TV-14, and I mean, I was a kid. But I still enjoy it, though. I loved it. And I also attended two Monday Night Raw events. I mean, back in 2004 and 2010 when they're at the American Airlines Arena. I mean, that was an awesome moment. I mean, twice the moment for me. I remember when The Rock was at Monday Night Raw back in 2004. I mean, it was the shit. That was the shit right there. And in 2010, where the Nexus made their debut and they wreaked havoc everywhere they go. They fucking wreaked havoc, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching that. Yeah, it was one of those times where, like, I enjoyed Monday Night Raw. And also, like, throughout of the span of 25 years. No, actually, it was about 20 years. I mean, 21 years to this day. But you get the idea. I mean, I enjoyed Monday Night Raw. I felt like that Monday nights were wrestling nights every time Monday Night Raw comes in. And now I still enjoy it to this day. Now, having said that, I kind of have a little bit mixed feelings as the years went on. I mean, as recent years went on. I kind of stopped watching Monday Night Raw, I mean, as of recently. I mean, and the reason why I say that is because of the quality of the weekly television show, the weekly television product. I mean, it's just kind of just lacinating. I mean, it was just stagnating. It's just kind of gotten stale and just not good at this point. I mean, nothing good out of the table, nothing consistent. I mean, it just stayed awful. I mean, the only thing consistently, I said it before, is the awful consistency. How much of a bad of a television show that Monday Night Raw could be. I mean, what in the fucking hell is up with the booking? The creative department in the WWE when it comes to Monday Night Raw. Seriously, who in the fuck is leading this shit? Because whoever the fuck leading this shit, just fire them. I mean, seriously, fire them. Because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. The reason why I say that is because I kind of got bored. I just looked at this and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, who is running this shit? And why is Vince McMahon allowing this? I mean, for the past 5 years, it's... How can I say this? I mean, it's gotten stale. I mean, it's gotten that bad, and it's not improving. I mean, honestly, it's not improving when Vince McMahon and Kevin Dunn are leading that ship. Now, here's what I mean by that. I mean, what? I mean, the Raw creative department right there is just... They're just lousy. They're just absolutely lousy right here. And I know that they're going to bring in all of these, the legends, I mean, the superstars of yesteryear, just to get a quick pop, just to get a quick cheap pop here for the sake of nostalgia. And I mean, I am a sucker for nostalgia. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm a sucker for good marketing. I mean, don't get me wrong, but when you look at this at the bigger scheme of things, it's like, you're basically bringing them all in just so you can bury some certain stars that came from NXT. Like, seriously, they are just pulling in the same formula, the same fucking shit, week after week. By the time that you bring some certain stars from NXT and up to the main roster, and then you have nothing to do with them, but yet for some reason you just pull off some of the stupid shit, you water them down, and then you make them the shell of its former self here. And especially in this case on Raw 25, that is what I'm really scared of. This is what I'm really scared of. For some of the stars that came out of NXT and now they're in the main roster here. Because they'll ultimately end up being buried by getting beaten by other legends, like some of the other superstars of yesteryear. Take the Revival for an example. I mean, a really awesome, tough as nails tag team that they were booked very well on NXT. And now once they brought up, I have a fear that they're going to get beaten by other tag teams of yesteryear, like the Dudley Boys, APA, the New Age Outlaws, etc., etc. And they're going to end up being buried. Like, seriously, what the fuck is going on? Like, you couldn't even book them that well to the point that they could have the tag team titles, the Monday Night Raw tag team titles, and be a dominant force in the tag team division over there? But no, you just want to pull the shit up just for the sake of, I don't know, nostalgia. And also the fact that because they're from NXT and they're not Vince McMahon's creation, so, I mean, you'll just mangle them just for the hell of it. What the hell is going on with Vince McMahon in his head? Like, seriously. And see, that's the thing that I can't stand about this. I mean, I love these stars when they're in NXT, but when they're moved up to the ring roster, they get so mangled and just being watered down. Where if you're not a John Cena or a Randy Orton or Roman Reigns or any other Vince McMahon creation, you are completely screwed under the tyranny of the main roster booking. It just irritates me. And this is why everybody is saying that nobody wants anyone to move up from NXT into the main roster. Because that's what they're scared of. But I digress. I just had to let this out because this is my bigger fear of what's going to happen tonight. And also, I'm looking forward to see JR and Jerry the King Lawler as back for the first time, in so many years. They are an amazing play-by-play / color commentary duo. I freaking love them. And I can't wait to see which moment that we're going to see in store right now here. I just want to give you this retrospect here. I just want to give you this quick retrospect here. I know it may not be that much, but you get the idea here. I'm just hoping that in time, yes, in this Sunday's the Royal Rumble, I'm hoping that they have some good build-up prior towards the Royal Rumble this Sunday, which I know that I'm going to be watching, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm just fearing for the worst. So anyway, give this video a thumbs up, comment, and definitely subscribe here. You gotta tell me about the stuff that you remember here. So, this is HDX signing out. Have a good one. And please, for the love of Christ, somebody better get rid of Vince McMahon and Kevin Dunn off the creative department. Please!